is going to be the opening, okay, and common objections during the opening. Okay. Everybody on here, I want to kind of rapid fire through this because there's no like, oh, this is what to say, right? We can give you some things and things like that, but it's like, let's get really good at handling. What I hear sometimes is even when you have how to handle objections, it sounds your rebuttal sounds like you're trying to handle an objection. You know what I mean by that? Like it sounds like you're like you came out of your script, said the thing to come out of it, then you're going to get back to it. It's like objection handling at the beginning all the time, but main objections like tempo. I like to call them tempo objections. Okay, these are objections at the beginning of the phone call that are going to f up your tempo if you allow it to. Okay, that's the difference between presentation and callback later. Presentation and they hung up on you because you didn't really hear them and you just kind of kept going with the script and then they're like just click. You know, so let's work on the opening and handling the common. I think there's only 3 or 4. There may be 4, but I think there's like 3 main ones that people are going to say. Put them in the chat if you think let's go here and let's see if there's anything outside of what I got written down here. So when you first call somebody up, hey, who you are, what you're calling about, what's the most common things that you're going to get? All right, because 90% of the time I know it's about the same 3, okay? And then over 60% of the time, these happen. Let me talk to, Red, you in here, bro. All right, so Red, you talk to a lot of people, okay? You sell a good amount of insurance, all right? 20, 30, 40 plus $1,000 a month, all right? With that, if I said, how many of the percentage of leads that you call, whether it's brand new lead, age lead, whatever, do they give you a common objection? What percentage of leads when you call them up, they're going to give you something that first little bit?
80%, 90%.
80%. Everybody write that down. Okay? Because this is like with 80% of the time, clients are going to give you objections. Now you maybe go, damn, why would they give me objections? I've just paid $30 for this damn lead. Like, what could they say outside of they filled it out? This is where it gets fun. All right. So these are the things that they could say. So Red, what do they say? What are some of these, are any of these things in here outside? Let's see in this chat. I'm busy, call me back later, not interested, don't have time. Anything outside of these here that you get?
I didn't fill anything out. I didn't fill out any form.
Didn't fill out any form. What do you think the most common one is?
To me, that was the most common one that I
That's
get.
the most common.
I didn't fill out any form.
I didn't fill out any form. Got it. Okay.
Or it's either I didn't fill out any form or, oh, I'm in the middle of something. Can you call me back in an hour?
Or all right. So let's start with and then we're not going to give the answers yet. I want to see how you guys handle these. All right. So Kylie, let's rock. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be the client. All right. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey, Dom.
Yeah.
Hey, Dom, it's Kylie here. I'm calling about the Veterans Life Insurance you requested on Facebook. You listed that you were in the Marines.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I didn't fill nothing out.
No worries, Dom. That's all right. Yeah, so you listed that you were in the Marines Corps. How long did you serve?
Like 14 years. But what is this? I don't remember filling nothing out.
Yeah, so this is for the Veterans Life Insurance to cover your funeral and final expenses when you pass away. And you listed your beneficiary as Susan. Is that correct too?
That is correct. All
Okay,
right.
yes.
Cool. Good job. All right. Let's stop there. Red, would you give her any feedback on that?
Uh, I mean, I like the way that she did it, to be completely honest. The way she kept it
Yep.
smooth. She didn't like rebuttal. I think a lot of times what I hear people do is when they say, I didn't fill anything out, people pause and they're not confident. So they kind of question if they really did fill it out. And I think the person on the other line can sense that.
There you go. So I read that as well. So I wouldn't change anything with that. All right. Now, is it going to work 100% of the time? Nope. That's where we got to be consistent with this. All right. When you handle objections, it's not going to work all the time. But if you do the same thing all the time, you'll start to be more effective with it. All right. Let's go. Claudio, you're up.
Actually, I did have one more feedback to ask about that. Do you have a second layer? So if Dom gives you the same objection, say something different this time.
Okay. So if I say, hey, I don't, I didn't fill that out.
No worries, Dom. It's all right if you don't remember. It's about the veterans life insurance. Yeah, that's where I get caught up most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's that second layer for you, Red? So somebody don't, and that does happen quite a bit too.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. They'll be like, listen, I didn't fill anything out. So you should always have like 2 or 3 ready just to be as smooth as your first one did. So they're all seamless like that.
Yeah, I struggle with that too. Like I could overcome that first one, and that second one kind of throws me off a little bit.
Yeah, because you don't want to have to repeat the same thing over again, you know?
Yeah.
That's good advice. All right, so let's stay there. Kyla, what would be a second way to get me back on track there? You think?
Normally, like I said, I just kind of confirm the information, like, oh, you listed your date of birth, or I go back and say it's about the veterans life insurance to cover your funeral and final expenses when you pass away. And I might, bring up the beneficiary, or you listed your date of birth here.
Okay. So when you did it initially, you gave me some info, cool. But if I double down, right, and I go, I don't remember filling out, I didn't do that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not about whether they did it or not. You know what I mean? Like I know they did it. You know what I mean? So it's like confirming the information. Now it's really, I got to reflect their visual. This is what I would do. Okay. This is why I love knowing the ads. This is why I love knowing, not even specifically, but it's like, hey, it was a video. Like when you get a vet lead in on the right, it tells you, right? Doesn't it say like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, like it tells you. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to go like, no, I didn't feel like, hey, don't worry, man. You're on Facebook. All right. You saw a video on there talking about how veterans can get discounted and good life insurance. And you just wanted to see how much it was. Like level up with them, but give them what they saw.
Yeah. I actually had a client that pulled the same thing, and I was like, it was on Facebook. He was like, I don't even have Facebook. And it was just like, okay.
He does.
Wait, okay.
He does have Facebook. Do you know in the history of me getting a Facebook lead of the person not having Facebook was like never?
Right, because that's where he got the app from. So
that's the only place we run the ads. It's the funniest thing ever. I've had people tell me they didn't have Facebook. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, then you just ignore it. Yeah, no worries. Somebody probably just has probably an old account that you probably just don't even know about. You log into it, it's our ads. You probably don't even call it Facebook. You probably call it the internet. So anyways, put so anyways into your vocabulary as you're talking to clients. I think that's a very good thing to say. So anyways, like, okay, I heard you, but you know that's dumb. So anyways, let's get back to it. All right. Let's go to Claudio. You up. All right. Ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, Dom.
Yeah, this is Dom.
Dom, this is Claudio. I'm getting back to you about the request for life insurance you made on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, man. I got that taken care of.
Oh, no problem. My job is just to deliver information you requested. Maybe we can help you fill in your gaps, insurance gaps.
Okay. That one ain't going to work. Let's do it again. Okay? Do it again. It's all good. Are you just going off the top of your head or you got something that you're looking at?
No. I'm free.
But do you have anything? Like, do you have a response ready? Like, do you know what you're going to say or are you just thinking of it as we're going?
Just thinking.
Okay. This is where we need to get better, okay? All of us, okay? There are objections, and you guys have the handbook? Okay, let's everybody pull up the handbook. Claudio, pull up your handbook. Okay, remember the handbook, and there's objections. See, Bryce, if I called Bryce up, he could freehand a response. He sells $400,000+ a year. Make sense? He's had crazy amounts of reps. Right now, everyone on here, 90 days less, are not selling 30+. Your objections should be just so in there. I'm like, Bryce's is in there through repetition. Claudio, you don't have enough reps with your objections to not have a go-to. You know, so let's. I'm gonna pull that. I'll pull it up too. All right. Yo, Bryce, can you share your screen with the handbook and the objections piece?
Yeah, I mean, I put the objections on the script now. So if you just keep scrolling down on the script, like the script that everybody got, it's those objections are on there now. But I can share my screen.
Where's mine? Can you shoot me a copy?
I just put it in the chat. If that works, but I can't send it.
Okay. Oh, that's it right there? Okay, cool. Yeah. Perfect. Boom. All right, so 3 ways to overcome objections. I don't remember filling out the first one. I already got it taken care of. I'm not interested anymore. Okay. Does everybody have that? Looking at it? Let me actually, I'll share. All right. So let's role play this, okay? I want you guys, I mean, and the more and more you can role play exactly as something, and I think I maybe should have started off this training with this, actually. I was doing it conceptually, kind of doing it from my perspective, but I think it needs to be scripted, okay? Kylie, your responses, and like they need to be just like, boom, this is exactly what I'm going to say every single time, all right? So let's go, Claudio. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, ring, hello?
Hey, Dom.
Yeah, this is Dom. Who's this?
This is Claudio. I'm just getting back to you about the request you fill out for a life insurance.
Yeah, I don't remember filling that out.
That's okay. That's the reason I'm calling you. You fill out the form and you listed your beneficiary as Lisa. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got your information here, and my job is to deliver the information you requested.
All right, so look, Claudio, you want, as soon as I go, I don't remember filling it out, you want as quick as possible, get to confirming some information. You got there, it just took you a little bit too long to get there. All right? You said kind of not a problem. You filled this out. That's right. That's the reason I'm giving you a call to get this back to you. And then you got into confirming it. By then, I'm uninterested. I'm probably going to hang up. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as I don't remember filling it out, not a problem. You put that your age is this. Yep. Get asking me close-ended questions as soon as possible. Make sense?
I think that better because my leads, I have lots of notes. Hang up.
Mm-hmm. But it's cool. But this is how you're gonna do it. This is just a role, and I'm just in this role play. I'm just like, that's just too many words, right? And for you, less is more, bro. For everybody, less is more, right? So the more wordy you get, the harder it gets to understand you, Claudio. Right? This is not your first language. So if I want to be clearer, I need to be simpler. Is that a word? Simpler, more simple? I don't know. You with me? So let's do it again. All right? Dude, hey, you can look at the screen and read exactly what it says right here, okay?
Yeah.
Let's go. Ring, hello?
Hey, Dom.
Yep.
Dom, this is Claudio. I'm just getting back to you about the request you submitted for life insurance discount. You listed.
Yeah, I don't remember filling that out, man. I didn't do that.
You listed Lisa as your beneficiary. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, that's my wife.
So yeah, that my job is to deliver the information you requested about the life
All right,
insurance.
look, hey, just stop right there. Do you see how like that was much just like you got to the point and you didn't give me time to not be interested. I don't remember filling this out. You put your wife down as you put your wife Lisa as your beneficiary, right? Oh yeah. The quicker we get through them, the better. Let's do it again. All right, let's do a different one.
Can I ask a quick question before you move on?
What page? I don't have. Oh, I got her.
Can I ask a quick question before you move on?
Hell yeah, Lloyd. What up?
Do you avoid catching your clients, or at least try to avoid catching your clients in a lie? Like, if they feel like, oh, I lied to the agent or whoever, now I need to hurry up and hang up because I'm caught in a lie. So I know that I have a Facebook account. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Like, do you avoid trying to like make them out of a liar?
Nah, okay. I don't really like, dude. I don't really even look at it as like they're lying. I just look at it as they think somebody's trying to sell them something and they're trying to get out of it.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I just be like, oh, they just think that, you know, watching the football game's more important right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
They think that, you know what I mean? I really don't think they're not really trying to. They're just regular. It's like, dude, when you walk into Home Depot, right? When you walk in, they go, you need some help? Well, 90% of the time I go, no. And then 100% of the time, 5 seconds later, I go right back to them and ask them where the hell the shit was that I was walking into the store acting like I knew where it was. It was
right.
Like, dude, you already knew that. So I wasn't trying to lie to them and tell them I didn't need no help. That was just the way I've been programmed for 38 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think one time we got to realize how people have been programmed to handle people who call them and sell stuff. You know, but also what makes us different. And what makes us different is that we're calling somebody who requested information from us.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest difference from all the phone calls that our clients get outside of insurance. And the reason they're still, that age lead is still in the system or whatnot, either one, nobody's connected with them, or nobody's like physically connected with them to get them to pick up the phone, or they were presented to as if they just wanted information, not as if they wanted insurance. And there's a lot of folks out there who call people. I did this when I started telesales. I was an information giver. I was not a closer. And Claudio, this right here, you may get through the beginning, right, with some stumbles or whatnot, but by the time we get to the actual them making a decision, they won't want to make the decision. I did that a lot. I was kind of fumbling over some stuff, not missing some stuff, and then realizing like, why am I not closing? All right. But this here, Claudio and everybody, Lloyd, this is going to help us get more presentations. All right. So let's do this one. I already got it taken care of. Claudio, we're going to do it with you. Then we're going to move on. Lloyd, you're next. All right. Let's rock, Claudio. Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey, Dom.
Yeah, this is Dom.
This is Claudio. I'm just getting back to you about the request you made for life insurance on Facebook. You listed your beneficiary as Lisa.
Yeah. You know, I did that a while ago, man. I got that taken care of. But I appreciate you giving me a call, man.
No problem. Because your information came to me, it's my job to give you the information you request. I have to get that information over to you.
Okay, Claudio, where did you get that from?
From the number 3 objection.
Where at?
You go down a page.
Keep going.
Yeah, I was with the side. Oh, you up. I had a side of my right there.
Okay, I said I already got it taken care of.
Okay.
Let's do it again. All right. You see my screen?
I got you now.
Just look at this screen. Or do you have it in a different language on yours?
No. It's in English.
You don't? Okay, well, just look at the screen.
Okay.
Ring, ring.
Hey, Dom.
Yep, this is Dom.
Dom, this is Claudio. I'm just getting back to you about the life insurance request you made on Facebook. You listed your age as 64. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah. So you listed your age is 64. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. But I already got that taken care of.
Okay, that makes our job easier since you already understand the process. We just have to get the new 2025 state regulated discount insurance rates to you.
Good. All right. So we just got to get smoother with that. All right. And confirm me. Like people, it's very odd when people say I already got it taken care of, and you give them that response of perfect, Claudio. That makes my job a lot easier. It temporarily like puzzles them of like, why is he saying perfect? I already got taken care of. Like that was supposed to be the end of the phone call. Like, what do you mean? You know, and so it opens them up a little bit. So don't miss that perfect Mary. All right. The more and more. So now, Claudio, you be the client. All right. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hey, Claudio.
Hello? Who's this?
Claudio, this is Dom. I'm getting back to you. All right. About that veterans life insurance you sent back to us on Facebook. I'm assuming you remember doing that, right?
No, I already got taken care of.
Oh, dude, that makes my job a lot easier, Claudio. All right. So that means you understand the process. You got the old one, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you filled this out one for the new one. Grab a pen and paper so I can get you the information on it. All right, bud? Let me know when you got it.
Got here.
Okay? We're saying the same things, but it's tempo, okay? And just flow with it. So get very good. Like tonight, you don't got to practice all three of them if you want. Take an hour on each of them, dude. Claudio, are you sure when you call people they're going to say one of these three things?
No.
You're not sure?
They have more stuff always come up. But one of those things, yes, for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna say one of them.
Yeah.
Okay. You got to be prepared for them then.
Yeah.
You got to look at these as if like, dude, this is actually more important than me and than any of the other stuff. I got to be ready for I already got it taken care of. I already have it. I got to be ready for I'm not interested anymore. I got to be ready for I don't remember filling it out. Outside of those three, I don't even know like really what could you say? Like, I don't know, like what else? What else is it?
What do you say when they say I can talk right now?
Okay. I can't talk right now.
Yeah.
The good one. I can't talk right now either. Okay. Do you always pick up the phone when you're at work? All right, I'm just joking. I'll come off the dome with some stuff. But when they say I can't talk right now, I go, okay, first you have to figure out what they're doing. So what do you say? If you call me up, I go, hey, Claudio, I can't talk right now.
What are you doing right now?
No, is that what you do?
Yeah. What are you doing right now? Are you working?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Yeah. What time you leave work?
I get off about 5.
Okay. Let me see here. I will give a call at 5:30. That works.
Yeah, it'll work.
So I'm calling you. Is there anything that prevents you to answer my call at 5:30? Can you remember anything?
Yeah. So let's go back to like, if you're getting a lot of folks that are saying that they can't talk to you right now, a lot of it is going to be before. It's like, if you're smoother at the beginning, Claudio, they'll probably want to talk to you more.
Yeah.
They won't talk to you because we're choppy. Make sense? If you called them up and you were more confident when they gave you the objection of anything, because I'm sure before they say they don't want to talk to you or anything like that, they say something else too. You know what I mean? Or I don't got time for this. But that's after they already told you that they're not interested, but then you kept them on the phone. Make sense? Or right off the rip. So there's but get really bulletproof with these. All right? Get really on top of what these, how they are. And if you want to add the fourth one in there of, hey, now's not a good time. There's so many ways to ask them. So if I go, somebody's like, hey, I'm busy, I'm at work. I'm busy. Great, I'm busy too. Anything they are, I am as well. I'm at work. Yeah, me too. It doesn't matter. I think when you hear things as issues, they become issues. When you hear things just as like, okay, whatever, Like when people are at work and they're really busy, they don't pick up the phone. You know? So I'll say something to somebody. So let's just say they're, hey, just right now is just not a good time. Great. All right. It's not a good time for me either. But we get like 500 of these a day. And if we don't handle this right now, we'll probably never get back to you. So grab a pen and paper so we can knock this out real quick. I know how important this is for you. Like, there's all these cute ass things to say, you guys. But when you know that what you're doing is genuinely helping people, I promise you, you'll come up with the stuff to say. You
Hey,
will.
Dom,
Yeah.
I used to hear Clint say this one all the time, so it's just like right in the top of my
Yeah.
mind. And it's one that I took from Clint. When somebody says like, "Oh, I'm busy right now," or I can't talk right now. Great. Well, let me go ahead and confirm a little information with you right now. So when I get you on the phone later, we can kind of get right into it. And then he'll confirm the birthday and a couple of other questions. And he'll just keep asking questions to go right into the script. And a lot of times people will fall right in line. And if they don't fall right in line and they really can't talk, they'll say it one or two more times, and before he'll finally be like, "Okay." And then he'll set up an appointment or something to talk to him later. But it's almost like a
I hear it all the
deflection.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a deflection. They don't even know that they're saying it. They kind of just say it. And then once you start getting back into asking questions and confirming information, they kind of just, before you know it, you're on the phone with them for 20 minutes.
Just keep asking the questions.
Can I know we're talking about like objections when you first get on the phone,
Yeah.
but I know for me, I get a lot of objections at like the presentation at the very end and like actually solidifying and closing the deal. It's like oh, let me think about it, let me go over my budget. And then I've gotten better with, oh, let me talk to my spouse because I make sure I ask that. But it's just those type of things at the end. Or it's like I've already went through the whole presentation, and then it's just like that part of it, like where I always kind of drop the ball.
Right. I have an answer. Well, not I have a thought. Okay. But I want to hear. Usually things at the end are because things in the beginning or middle weren't solidified, or the energy to close isn't motivating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you almost feel like surprised when they say yes?
Yeah.
You know
Honestly,
what I
I
mean?
do. Yeah.
It's like, if you're surprised when they say yes, I bet you your close is kind of nervous.
Yeah. All the
You know what I'm
time.
saying? Like,
All the time.
I bet it's not this confident close. It's this like, you still want to do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you sure? You know, I remember Andrew Taylor in his first, like, he said that his first appointment, not his first appointment, but his first app, he kept asking the client, like, are you sure you want to do it? Like, are you good? Like, and he was just like, dude, I was just so ready for them to say no to me. I couldn't accept a yes.
Right. Yeah.
And I think, you know what I mean? So the one of those three things, you know what I mean? So, and if you're setting up the structure right, cool, and you're getting there, they're getting you info and things like that, but you're just not getting them it's a transfer of enthusiasm, Kylie. And how enthusiastic are you about the presentation? Do they feel like they are buying something or gaining value in their life? And I think a lot of times some people close lower percentages because they're selling how much it is, and they can't transfer the value of what it's going to do to them to close. Bryce, what do you say to that?
I mean, you know, again, everybody's situation is different, but like for you, Kylie, specifically, I would, having not heard all of your calls, but based on what we've been working on in the past, I would venture to say that you're still not, like John was just saying, assigning a value and really building out the plan. Like I'd be willing to bet you're skipping from I got their health to here are your options, and there's this big gap between of what is this coverage going to do for them, right? And so the people, like, there will be times when you have somebody that is really kind of like not giving you much, or they got all this money and all this insurance, and like it may be tougher to find value. When I don't close those people, I'm like not too shocked. Like I kind of like, all right, we're just gonna throw some numbers out there and see if some stick. Like every once in a while that does happen. But I think for you, that's too much a part of your presentation, and that's kind of how you close. Like, hey, I'm going to show some numbers, and I'm going to hope that they pick one, as opposed to like, when you die, you need 15,000 to cover your burial, or your daughter is going to be screwed, and they understand that. And so then it's more about just fitting within their budget. Does that make sense? So like, I think you just really got to, be really intentional about going back and watching these trainings, and like, and when you're on the phone with people, like make a big note or something, just write down, like, build the plan. Like, okay, one of the people that I learned to sell insurance the most from, just third party, just watching his videos and stuff. I've talked to him a lot, but mainly from videos, is Ethan Patton. And he said his biggest struggle early on was like building the why, like figuring out the why. And what he would do is he would set a timer on his phone, like a 10-minute timer, asking why questions. And he held himself accountable to not skip past that. Like he had to do it. And so you need to figure out a way to be more intentional about just not skipping that part of the presentation, and just not hoping that they pick a plan based off numbers. And again, like I know we talked about this before, but it's stupid simple to just start. Like if you just make every single one of your calls, just start by going, all right, Bob, now just to get more specific with how much coverage we need to look at, do you know whether you'd want to be buried or cremated? Like I'd be willing to bet you're still skipping that part, because if you just say that, it will at least open the door to having a conversation of building the plan, like how much coverage you need. Does that make sense? So then there's a lot more basis behind the numbers that you give.
Okay. Got you.
Hey, you just made me think of something. We sell, this is a need-based product, not a want. So if you don't bring the value and the need, they're never going to just want it. Chris, they may just want that car. They want the car. Nobody is just like, I just want insurance. So if our value around the need isn't there, and we don't even believe they really need it, it's going to be hard to close them. So we are, Kylie, I'm speaking to you right now, but I'm speaking to everybody. But like, if you could get your clients to see, right, what it looked like without the insurance, but then also show them what it would look like with the insurance before you talk to them about how much anything was, how much that would change everybody's close ratios. But those conversations are difficult sometimes. I say difficult, but here it is. The feeling of not being successful in business and life is more difficult than having these conversations, though. Because these conversations, they become very normal. I bet you the first time my neurologist told me somebody, or oncologist, I'm sorry, told me somebody had cancer was very uncomfortable for him or her. Dr. Banerjee was her name. I'll never forget it. UCSF, shout out. All right. But but I'll never forget it. I think it's the same, like we have the same effect, same power. But are we seeing it that way? Or is it a transaction? Or is it, no, this is big. This is for their family. This is when they buy in on how good it can be with it and how bad it would be without it, they don't give a damn how much it costs. Either remember this or write it down. When value exceeds price, people buy. When value exceeds price, people buy. Matt Smith, one of the greatest sales trainers of all time. I got that from him. because I used to sell these little ass policies. I was a cremation guy. I used to be out there just selling cremation policies all day long. I was almost afraid if they said they wanted a burial. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna have to spend more money. I don't know if I could do that. I'd write 10 apps a week. I'd write like 20 apps a week for 10 grand. My average premium was $500. And Matt Smith goes, dude, what's wrong with you? He's in the same area doing the same thing, writing 10 apps for 15 grand. I said, damn, bro, you get the rich clients. He goes, yeah, I just randomly get all the rich people. Yeah, you're right. But he goes, Dom, you're stepping over dollars to pick up pennies. And I was stepping over the dollars because I was afraid to have these real conversations with people about what it would really look like. That question that you can ask, you died yesterday, what does it look like today? That's so massive to ask somebody. Was somebody about to ask a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was just gonna say something. So I have my neighbors that live down the street, and she's like, well, we really want to talk to you about life insurance and this and that. And I was like, okay, so, and she keeps telling me this. And finally I was like, listen, like, your dad had cancer. Your dad died of cancer and he had no life insurance. What did that look like for you? And we know now in the community, in the world we live in, it's not if, it's when. It's when we get cancer in the world we live in. What would that look like for your husband if you were diagnosed and then you couldn't get any kind of coverage and you died 3 months from now? What does that look like for your husband? Needless to say, I got an appointment for her and her husband tomorrow at 3:00.
Huge. You got to keep it real. You got to keep it real. It's not if, it's when. That's another thing with when you're on leads. Please speak in absolutes as if like people, as what you're selling is gonna, like they're gonna use it. A lot of folks say like, hey, if you die, you're selling a whole life insurance final expense and you're using language as if you die. Doesn't even make sense. You're selling them a permanent plan. It's when you die. You know what I mean? And those types of things get people to make decisions today, not if. If don't make, when makes decisions. All right. Bryce put his YouTube in here. I think, shoot, your Rolodex of people who you follow should, be continually adding new people in this space. And Easton is somebody who I believe can really give you a good perspective. And he just drops stuff all the time. All right. Follow him on YouTube and Instagram. All right. Any questions, comments before we close this thing out? And by the way, we got Bree tomorrow. All right. She's going to hop on and lay it down. Show us how she's going to issue pay. I think she's going to on track to do like 140 grand in like 4 months, 5 months or something like that. So anybody who want to get on that program, all right, take notes tomorrow. She'll be on here. All right. We all good? Hey, great interactions today. Thank you for role playing. Claudio, great job today. Kylie, Chris, good job. All the feedback here is great. Lloyd, great question. Let's keep running it up. All right. Have a great day, you guys. Peace.
Hey, I really